My name is Julia Ehrt. Currently, I'm the Director of Programs at ILGA, and of course, I'm a board member of AWID. I think feminist realities are contexts in which people, women, trans person, gender diverse people, challenge gender norms, where they unlearn what they have learned from the society that surrounds us in terms of gender roles, gender expectations, and where they fight those traditional norms. So the feminist reality that I think I want to share here is the world that my daughter grows up in. She grows up in a world in which gender is negotiable, in which gender is not defined by your body, but by what you want your gender to define. And it's a world that is clearly goes beyond men and women, but is much more diverse and much more comprehensive than just the gender identities pertaining to maleness and femaleness. And it's as well a world in which gender identity and your own concept of gender can change over time. You know, that change and that difference is valued and celebrated, in fact. If I compare her reality to the reality I grew up in, it's so fundamentally different and so more, empowering than anything that I've experienced. But my feminist journey started almost 20 years ago, even before my coming out as a trans person, when I got involved in women's groups at my university at the time. At the time, actually thinking I was male. Everyone else thought the same. And always being, the only man in these circles. And then, of course, I moved on from there, my coming out as a trans person, being involved in trans organizing, first on the local level in the city I lived in Berlin, and then on national level in Germany, going on to the European, and finally now ending up at the global level, where I work now on LGBTI issues as a whole. People who challenge gender norms do this because, or at least I believe, because it makes them more happy, because the norms or the traditional norms that surround us in our surrounding societies are inherently oppressive. So the mere act of challenging, of unlearning these roles and understandings is not only a creative act, but is an act of joy, is an act of joy and resistance to what surrounds us.